So welcome back everybody, my name's Andrew and you're watching the Kelley's Country Life. If this is your first time visiting the channel, thanks so much for stopping by. We do tool reviews on here, we do DIY builds, anything home or homestead related. So I almost decided to not do a review on this, but the more I got to thinking about it, a lot of y'all have porches like us, do a lot of cleanup and use blowers. So I have been in the market for a new blower. I've had my Dewalt here for quite a while and overall it's been a really good blower, especially for cleaning off the porches and doing light duty stuff. Now there's a couple of gripes that I have with it that I'm hoping to improve with a different model. So I've been out looking for something a little more powerful, but most importantly, I'm trying to find some extended runtime, being that that's my biggest complaint with the Dewalt itself. So today I have a 40 volt version from PowerSmart. The Dewalt, by the way, is a 20 volt version. This would be the first tool that I've ever got with anything greater than 20 volts. So what I'm trying to answer today is, can I get extended runtime with a 40 volt battery? And is there gonna be any more power there? But again, that runtime is what I'm really looking for. So as y'all can see, this is our house that we just got done building, and we have 1,300 square feet of porches. We've also got a little puppy around the corner sleeping over there who is now decided the porch is his area. He's constantly digging, kicking up dirt, bringing sticks and leaves and everything all up here. So what that means is I'm finding myself literally 3 and 4 times a day blowing this porch down. For sure twice a day, every single day. That's far more use of a blower than I ever realized I was gonna have, especially back whenever I purchased the Dewalt. So just to let you know, I am running a very large 6 amp hour Dewalt battery. Just came off the charger, fully charged. We're gonna do some little comparison test here. You're talking $100 battery right here. They're not cheap. So you pair that up with my Dewalt blower here, and right now it's around $260 looking on Amazon. So one thing that caught my eye with the PowerSmart, well, it's $160 on Amazon, $159.99. Comes with a single 4 amp hour 40 volt battery. So honestly, I don't even truly know how to compare these to each other than, well, let's run them and see. So they make some pretty big claims on runtime on their listing there, and it seems to be quite a bit longer runtime than I can get with a Dewalt. The PowerSmart also comes with a nice charger right here. Just to let you know, if you buy the Dewalt tool only and the battery separately like I did, that does not come with a charger, and it's still $260. So I've tried running smaller batteries on the Dewalt and literally can blow this porch down about 1.5, 2 times max before I'm heading right back to the charger. So literally I would have to charge a battery about every single day. Now when I upgraded to the 6 amp hour battery, I can probably blow this porch down about 4 times, which was great before we got a puppy because I was blowing down about once a day. So hey, twice a week, a little less, I was throwing this on the charger. No big deal, right? The other thing that I do not like about the Dewalt is there's no easy way to remove the tube. So I want to store this in our outdoor kitchen because I want to keep one on the porch and keep one over in my shop for blowing down. There, you have to have a odd tool and unlock the tube here to remove it. It's not made to come apart easily, and I don't know why. A lot of people are going to want to remove a tube. With this particular model right here, everything pops off. You're nice and compact. Now I can put this in one of my outdoor kitchen cabinets. That's a feature I was really looking for as well. Now overall build quality, the Dewalt does feel a little better built than this unit right here. The Dewalt also comes with a variable speed trigger. That is something I do like, especially when I'm out there in the shop blowing around and don't really want to go to full blast. However, the PowerSmart does have a single pull trigger that goes to a low speed, and then you have a turbo button up top, which feels like it literally doubles the speed. Makes a heck of a difference. So the cool thing is these both claim around 120, 125 mile an hour wind speeds, and both claim 450 CFM. So I'm curious to see with different nozzle designs if one will blow better than the other, being that they have pretty much identical specs other than the battery. By the way, the link's down in the video description if you're curious about this, but today's gonna be about testing this. So let me go ahead and show you that both batteries are straight off the charger and fully charged. Hopefully you can see that there. All right, and there is all 3 bars on the PowerSmart. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, Electric leaf blowers like this, well, they're, in my opinion, not really designed for leaves. That's what we all call it. Now, yes, you can go out in the yard and blow leaves around, but especially wet and matted up or heavy bunches of leaves require a tremendous amount of airflow and velocity. You can get that out of some electric models, but they're probably going to burn through batteries quickly. Models like this, in my opinion, are more for blowing grass clippings off of your driveway, blowing patios down, porches like I have, dirt, maybe moving some water, some rainwater off of a porch, things like that, they're perfect for. So one thing I thought we'd test, I don't really have a whole lot of leaves around here without going out in just some deep woods, which is not a realistic scenario for most of y'all. But you can see I just mowed my grass and I have matted up thick and still damp grass right here. It's drying out though quickly. We're getting just past morning. But this is some thick matted up stuff and it's actually entangled in other grass that's growing up right now. So I thought this would be a good test. And the cool thing is now we can get a good visual. We're going to do side-by-side comparison with both and see if we see any improvement in one or the other as far as moving the grass itself. I'm curious about that, being that they have pretty much the same identical specs. So I'm going to run the Dewalt wide open and I'm going to run the PowerSmart on turbo. Let's get this going. All right, so both cleared a path in pretty much the same exact amount of time with the same amount of ease. So I'd say them saying they have the same specs looks to be spot on. All right, well, let's pretend I'm my puppy throwing dirt up here like he does every single day. This is typically a scenario that I come out to. So blowing big wads of grass out there in the yard, probably not realistic for models like either of these. So we'll blow a little bit of this dirt off with low speed. As you can see, that works great for the porch, and low speed has a very long runtime claim. Let me show you high speed and I can get a little further back. So that makes a lot quicker work of cleaning the porch. The other thing to mention is balance. If you're going to be using these for extended period of time, you want to get something that's relatively balanced. So if I hold right here at the front of the trigger, you see this has a slight reach forward, which is actually just about what you want when you're blowing down. The Dewalt, let's see here. If I grab right at the front of the trigger, it actually goes to the rear. But if you start grabbing more toward the rear itself, it goes back a little forward, kind of center of your grip. So they're both somewhat similar there. So I don't know about y'all, but one thing I like to use a blower for is to get rainwater off the porch, especially if we're about to come out and entertain or do something. So I've just sprayed the porch down. I got a little bit of water puddled up. Let's just throw both of these on high and blow off these two spots and see how well it moves some water. All right, so here's where things get a little interesting. We are about to kick both of these on full blast, let them run until the batteries die. I have a camera running right here that will see the flappers on the end of the tubes, and you can tell whenever the battery dies, and there is a little digital clock right there in front of it. We'll just round up to the nearest minute. Batteries are back fully charged. And this is the test that I am by far the most curious about, because runtime is my biggest complaint with my Dewalt. So let's kick these on. Let's hit record right here. All right, so I got the camera kicked on. It is 120, about to be 121. And we'll go ahead and start the test. I'm just gonna tape both triggers wide open. All right, 144 just died. Okay, so I went back and reviewed the footage and got the official times. So the Dewalt on high ran for 13 minutes, and that's with a very expensive 6 amp hour battery. Now they do make even larger batteries, but the price goes up from there as well. The PowerSmart with the 40 volt battery ran for 23 minutes. You're talking a huge increase in runtime, which was my biggest complaint with the Dewalt and what I was really looking for. I also noticed that the way these cones are, I was filling them throughout the test. The PowerSmart definitely has a much more narrow forced cone of air, which may make that be a little more powerful. The Dewalt's a little more spread out, which for light debris may blow down a little quicker too. But at the end of the day, this is $100 less with a charger than this without a charger. So one feature I really like better on the Dewalt is that variable speed trigger, but that's not a deal breaker for me. The low on this one is plenty low enough. I feel comfortable blowing around the shop and not making a huge mess. And then the high, the turbo button's there if you need it. So obviously the features that I love the most about the PowerSmart's runtime, that's it. That's the big one for me. And I like that you can take all these different cones off, since this one is going to now be our permanent porch blower. It's gonna stay out there in the outdoor kitchen. That was the whole point of me looking for a new blower anyways. I wanted two, and I knew that I didn't want to buy another Dewalt because of that runtime, and again, this one fitting out there in that cabinet space. Now there's a million options for blowers online. We've all seen it. There's no way I could ever test all of them, but I can tell you I'm getting very similar results out of this one with that extended runtime for $100 less. Man, it's kind of a no-brainer to go with a cheaper model. Now the big question is longevity. How long will this last? Is this as well built as the Dewalt? As far as fit and finish of pieces, the Dewalt does feel a little more refined, no doubt about that. Longevity, no idea. We're just gonna have to continue to run these. And I can tell you this one's gonna get run way more than this because I'm blowing down the porch multiple times a day. I'm blowing out the shop just only when I'm out here working. So it's nice to have a blower to each spot because they do get used enough that I can justify it. And the last thing that Tiffany wants anytime she goes to come out here and clean the porch is, well, the blower's all the way over in the shop. She's got to come over and get it, and vice versa. If I'm over here working, I don't want to look around and, well, where's my blower to blow the shop out? And it's all the way over there at the house. So we knew that we wanted two. All right, well, hopefully this helped answer some questions for you. I figured I'd compare it to a very popular and common blower, this PowerSmart here. By the way, I'm not getting paid for this review or anything like that, but I did ask the company if they'd be willing to send this out so I could test it, since I was already in the market for a new blower anyways, and thought I would share the experience with you. If you're interested in the PowerSmart blower, I have a link down there in the description to where you can go pick it up online. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next video.